Leviticus 7 details a series of instructions regarding various offerings, specifically highlighting the sacrificial practices and regulations that the ancient Israelites were to follow. This chapter emphasizes the sanctity of the trespass offering, which is described as most holy. The process begins with the location of the sacrifice, as God instructs that the trespass offering should be killed in the place where the burnt offering is killed. The priest is to sprinkle the blood of the offering around the altar, a ritual signifying purification and atonement. Specific parts of the animal, including its fat, kidneys, and liver, are designated to be burned on the altar as an offering made by fire to the Lord. This act acknowledges the trespass offering's holiness and its role in religious rites. The consumption of the offering is exclusively reserved for the male priests, who are to eat it in a designated holy place. This provision underscores the offering's sanctified nature. Leviticus 7 likens the law governing the trespass offering to that of the sin offering, unifying the regulations and granting the priest who performs the atonement the right to the offering. The chapter further elaborates on the rights of the priests. When a burnt offering is presented, the priest conducting the sacrifice is entitled to the skin of the burnt offering. Likewise, any grain offering prepared via baking or frying belongs to the priest who offers it. These provisions ensure that the priests, the mediators between the people and God, receive their due portions. Further, peace offerings are detailed, distinguishing between those given in thanksgiving and those offered as vows or voluntary offerings. Thank offerings require complementary offerings of unleavened cakes mixed with oil, unleavened wafers, and cakes mingled with oil. These must be consumed the same day they are offered. Should the peace offering pertain to a vow or voluntary contribution, the flesh may be eaten over 2 days, but any remainder on the 3rd day must be burned. Non-compliance with these regulations results in the offering's rejection. The text also provides stern warnings regarding cleanliness. Any offering that touches something unclean cannot be eaten and must be burned, emphasizing the importance of ritual purity. Consumption of the offerings while in a state of uncleanness leads to severe consequences, including being cut off from the community. Additionally, there are explicit prohibitions against eating fat and blood, reflecting dietary laws and their implications for health and spirituality. The consequence for eating either fat or blood is being cut off from one's people, signifying both physical and spiritual separation. This chapter of Leviticus concludes with reminders of the obligations to bring offerings in fulfillment of peace offerings and outlines the distribution of specific parts of the sacrifices to the priests. The allocation of the waved breast and heaved shoulder to Aaron and his sons is an everlasting statute. The regulation of these offerings, along with various other types, was ordained by the Lord at Mount Sinai and represents a key component of the Israelites' faith practice as communicated to Moses.